So Captain America 4 came out uh, yesterday, today. Um, Apparently it's one of the worst MC movies. All right. Okay. 53% on Rotten Tomatoes. There we go. Audience scores better. But if we listen to critics, it's a 51%. Let's look up what most people consider the worst MCU movie. A 67%. You're telling me that Thor the Dark World is better than this? Really? Um, Spoiler alert, I like the Marvels, but everybody hates that movie. The Marvels is better than Brave New World. Spoiler, it's not. It's not. Let's see here. 46. There you go. This one's worse, but a better audience score. So yeah, and then all the reviews. I don't understand. Everybody talking like this movie has nothing to say. Apparently, um, I thought we all agreed that that's the last thing Disney needs is to push an agenda. Because if it was something on the nose, everybody would be complaining about that it's too on the nose. And it does have stuff to say about. It's basically the same message as Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that show's pretty good. So I don't see anything wrong with that. And sure, Sam Wilson didn't, have the biggest character development, but he still did his job. And everyone is claiming that's a Hulk 2 movie. First of all, I thought that's what everybody wanted, has been crying about. There isn't a better Hulk movie. This is the best Hulk movie. Even though it's barely about Hulk, but uh, even though the actors like recast and some stuff did look weird with what's her name, Betty Ross or whatever. Like it's kind of hard to make it seem like they've known each other for this long when it's a new actor, but it's still like a good dynamic. Like you feel bad for Ross as much as you can, even though he does kind of suck. But and then also there's Isaiah Bradley, which he's goated in this movie. Like you feel terrible for him, and I mean you can still understand like he did try to kill the president, and it's a good thing that I like that the Black Widow admits she was wrong, and like helps instead of she being like a twist villain. Because I was thinking she probably could have been a twist villain, but I'm glad she wasn't. The action in this movie, I've this is the craziest stunts that has ever happened with the fucking shield. Right there, that thing. Cap, fucking Steve Rogers has never done anything like Sam can do with the shield. He throws it ways that are like ridiculous, and he hits the people hard. It's pretty sick. And his wings too. Does a lot of cool moves with his wings. Um, Falcon, new Falcon. Joaquin Torres, he's pretty good as a good Falcon. Out there, they got a pretty good dynamic. They actually seem like friends. Him and Sam. Um, I was actually I didn't know if we would see Bucky. I mean, we needed to because he was like a really important character in the show, Falcon and Winter Soldier. But I didn't know if we'd see him, and everything that happened between those two was really good. Um, who else? I mean, the villain, like the Sidewinder or whatever. Sure, he wasn't on screen, but they had a pretty good like fight scene with him and showed how badass Sam is, even though he doesn't have the super soldier serum. Like, he's not Steve Rogers, but he's definitely worthy of being Captain America because of like that's who he is. It's always what Captain America's been about. It's not the fucking super soldier serum. It's who's inside. That's the whole point of the first Captain America movie. Is Steve Rogers was Captain America before the serum. It just made him able to actually protect people. and Sam Wilson doesn't need that. He can still protect people, even if he gets thrown around a lot in this movie and like hurt. He still tries, and his heart's in the right place, and that's what Captain America's all about. Um, yeah, the fight scene with the Hulk, everything like leading up to the Hulk, like if the Hulk wasn't in the ads, no one would have watched this movie. I mean, I would have, but like a lot of people wouldn't have, and so I see why they did it. But imagine you didn't see all that build up. That the way he doesn't Hulk out to like the very end is amazing, because you're like it's building and building, and there's a lot of intense scenes. Like a lot of the time, I was like anxious by like what was going on. I was like, oh god, like especially when they're in the fucking a ship and Hulk could just bust out of there. That'd be terrible. Red Hulk. Um, like all the stuff at the beginning, like it's a pretty good mystery, I think. Or I mean, everyone knows it's Samuel Stearns or whatever. It's Stearns that's in control, but like you never know. I don't know. It's a pretty good thriller. Like it keeps you on the edge of your seat. I feel like. Yeah, the action is really good. All the fight scenes are good. They like were shot well. Like the movie was edited good, and the only bad part of CGI I thought was like the very end when Sam is trying to calm down Red Hulk, but it's not a fight scene. It's emotional, so I mean, you can look over it for like the calming him down. But the whole fight scene between Sam and Red Hulk is really good. Like that's the best Hulk since Ultron. Like it's really good. Um, and he is like a beast. Like it's really intense. So like the scenes where he's chasing him through like the forest. Spoiler alert, is like that's intense. Like he jump scares it basically at one point, and the way he just hammers down on Sam, like if it weren't for the vibranium, yeah, Sam would be cooked. But just the sheer amount of force, like we've never seen Black Panther get hit so hard. Like when he does the kinetic energy thing, we've seen him knock back like 10 people. The sheer strength that Red Hulk was hitting Sam with, like, and also it's just badass. Again, spoiler alert. Go watch the movie. But he stabs him in the stomach with his wing, and then the kinetic energy explodes and just destroys like all the trees around. Like it completely destroys Sam, and it barely left a mark on Red Hulk. We can see that Red Hulk doesn't have like bulletproof skin as good as normal Hulk does, but he's clearly with like the heat he creates and just the pure ferocity is, he's still a good villain. But and I'm glad he took accountability and he went to the raft after all this time. He's finally the one who's gone. I hope we see him in the Thunderbolts because like that's his movie, his team. I mean, who knows? I mean, I hope also Sam makes a cameo, and well, I don't know. Thunderbolts looks like it's also going to be even better, but we probably won't see Sam in Thunderbolts or Red Hulk. But I don't know. This is just a good movie. I mean, sure, it's probably the worst of the Captain America movies, but those are good movies, really good movies. This isn't even the top 10 worst MCU movies. If this came out 10 years ago, 5 years ago, it would probably be sitting at like a 70%. But since it's now and everybody hates Marvel because it's a cool thing to do, it's getting ridiculous. I'm so sick of it. This is a really good movie. And I mean, I went in with an open mind. I always do. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, everything about all the reshoots and the way the story kept changing, I feel like it's pretty hard to notice. Like there might be some stuff that could have been different, but I feel like it's a really cohesive story. So yeah, 7 out of 10 still, I'd say. So I haven't finished rewatching the whole MCU yet. Still got a couple more movies before I'm caught up. But for everything I've ranked so far, it's placed 12th, which, and I feel like I need to say this. I do not believe that there's a single bad MCU movie. For the shows, I wouldn't say there's, even the shows, I wouldn't say they're terrible, like bad, but I don't really care about the shows. Like a lot of them, like a Secret Wars, right? Yeah, that one could have been good. Or Secret Invasion, that one could have been good. It started really good, but then it ended kind of bad. But like, I didn't really care about the shows, so those doesn't count. But so far, every Marvel movie we watched, not a single bad one. Like, go watch. I don't know. Go watch the Garbage Pail Kids, and then tell me that these movies are bad. I don't know. Go watch Wreck It Ralph 2. You know? Go watch Chicken Little and tell me any MCU movie is bad. Boring maybe, but not bad. Like they're still well made and like good action usually. They have at least some redeeming quality usually. So if you don't like them, that's fine. But to say they're bad, whatever. So yeah, 7 out of 10. I'd watch it. I'm probably gonna watch it again. Um, Go watch it. Uh, Me and my buddy were joking. It would have been really funny if instead, spoiler alert, post credit scene instead of instead of what was it? Instead of Sam walking in to talk to the leader, I wish it was She-Hulk walking in and saying, "We're putting together a team." It could have been peak. So yeah, peace.